Good morning, good morning. Ah, this feels so good. Dry brush. If you haven't gotten one, you can use a hairbrush. If it's like a natural bristle brush, I have a natural bristle brush that's kind of a travel brush. You can use that too. This activates the lymphatic system. That feels so good. Exfoliates or detoxifying through our skin. So good to be here with you this morning. Thank you for joining. Let's start off our morning with our morning I Ching. Book of Changes. A guide to life's turning points. Let's get our reading for today. 53-2. Qian, development, gradual progress. Those who persevere make continuous progress. The image of this hexagram is that of a tree growing high in a mountaintop. If this tree grows too fast, without first properly rooting itself, it becomes susceptible to being torn up and destroyed by the winds. If, however, it establishes a proper foundation and is content to grow gradually, it will enjoy a long life and lofty view. Human beings are no different. While we often desire rapid progress, we want to change someone's mind today, obtain an apology now, achieve all of our goals immediately. Sooner or later, we must come to understand that the only lasting progress is gradual progress. Qian comes to urge you to accept the fact and base your thoughts, attitudes, and actions upon it. When we have allowed ourselves to be pulled off balance by another or by some event, the ego tempts us to believe that we can influence the situation through forceful behavior. This is incorrect. The actions of the ego inevitably complicate our difficulties. The greatest influence possible always comes through the patient and steady refinement of one's inner self. If you will devote yourself to the path of the sage, with every step along that path, you will strengthen and progress will come automatically. It will be gradual, but it will last. Be patient, modest, and accepting now. Life often demands that we wait longer than we might. Life often demands that we wait longer than we might like for some change. And the only true comfort available during these times is the knowledge that we are steadfastly developing ourselves into superior people. In the meantime, every honor comes to those who are persevering and correct. So the third line for us today is, do not enter rashly into a conflict. Stand quietly in the center and keep your balance. This enables a true and lasting resolution to be found. Fifth line, as you develop yourself, you will inevitably be misunderstood by others. Endure these times patiently, and they will pass. By staying on the path unswervingly, you meet with great success. And then the sixth line, when we hold strictly to what is correct, the Creative is happy to help us in all things. One who follows this course gains the world and serves as an inspiring example to his fellow men. Further guidance from the Wei Ching. Pause to consider the widespread degree to which people prefer chasing fame and fortune to refining their understanding of the way. The evidence is that status and riches make people more insecure and frantic, not less. But do they examine this? The wise person does and acts accordingly. She divests herself of unnecessary possessions and abandons frenetic activity. With her quiet mind and untroubled heart, she is at home anywhere in the universe wearing a patched robe. Right? Good morning. And the flavor on top of that reading is kun, the receptive. Bear with things as the earth bears with us, by yielding, by accepting, by nourishing. Kun, the receptive, is the complement to Qian, the creative, the dark which is illuminated by light, the earth which receives the blessings of heaven, the vessel into which nourishment flows. This is a time to follow rather than lead, to assist rather than initiate, to listen rather than talk. Redevote yourself to the cultivation of modesty, receptivity, and gentleness now, and let go of concerns about the conduct of others or the progress of your worldly ambitions. The wisdom of cultivating receptivity cannot be overstated. Receptivity is the rich earth without which the creative cannot take root in our lives. This fundamental hexagram serves as a strong encouragement to you to concentrate on your capacities to nourish, to support, to accept, to work without desiring recognition, to follow the guidance of the sage. You can benefit greatly in a period like this from time spent in solitude. In quietness, we have an opportunity to focus on the purification of our hearts and minds. It is a good time to ask oneself, am I sincerely pursuing good for its own sake? Or do I have a hidden agenda? If so, detach from it and return to the path of independence and balance. Through humility and openness, we become receptive to the assistance of the higher power. Further guidance from the Wei Wu Wei Ching. Enlightenment comes only when you accept everything that is, without resistance, without quarrel, in complete stillness. This is the only, the simplest, the necessary ground of being for complete realization. The opportunity to dwell in quiet acceptance exists in every moment. Sitting, bathing, cleaning, cooking, working, wherever. When the moment passes, it is present in the next. Just embrace it. Beautiful words for our morning meditation. And I love spending time with you. Thank you so much for coming and sitting down today and spending this time for yourself, for centering yourself, for coming back into this moment, letting go of all the funny dreams that happened overnight, all the funny feelings. Let them move through. And if you have a lot of emotion going right now, then fully feel it. Allow the feelings to happen. It's like the intersection of femininity and masculinity. Masculine essence, which is in each of us, is this consciousness. The feminine essence, which is in each of us, which is the feeling and the earth. It's like the sky and the earth. And we come into this moment and experience both at the same time. The animal and the human consciousness. That which is us. That's which is me. That which is you. So let's begin with a short meditation. Set your intention for the day, given the reading from the I Ching. Receptivity, modesty, moment-to-moment presence. Not taking anything personally. It's also a message from the Four Agreements. If you've read the Four Agreements, Don Miguel Ruiz, the Four Agreements are: don't take anything personally. be impeccable with your word, which is an important lesson that's coming up for me again right now. Make no assumptions. We have no idea what other people are experiencing. Make no assumptions. Again, come back into the present. And do your best. Always do your best. So these are the agreements that we make with ourselves. We make with ourselves to live in our highest potential. So let's go to the 4 agreements. If you have a mala or a rosary, we're going to focus on our prayer, on our mantra, on our intention, on our affirmations. I am. The declarations. I am strong. I am bold. I am wild. I am fun. As well as affirmations. Why am I so strong? Why am I so bold? Why am I so fun? And we play with that. And we repeat that over and over in our heads, and that becomes part of our mind. And then we start living that moment to moment. So let's spend 5 minutes in meditation. We practice not moving. We count with the beads as we focus on our mantra, our prayer. For me, my mantra might be, why am I so impeccable with my word? You can choose another one. Just now settle in. Feel what feels true to you right now, and let that be your most powerful story, your most powerful who you are. Something that reinforces who you really are. The strength that you have, the beauty that you have, the wisdom that you have, the knowing that you are. Okay. Rest with your hands in your laps and begin. Oh my gosh, that was so good. Thank you so much. Such deep trance to go into, yeah? All right, let's begin our breathing. And we do our Wim Hof breathing. And if you haven't had your water, 5 glasses every morning. I also start off with oil pulling. So I use sesame oil or sunflower oil or coconut oil. So whatever you have like that on hand of those 3, swish it around in your mouth for 20 minutes. First thing when you wake up, you're going to the bathroom. Have that in the bathroom. Drink a little bit, not drink a little bit, put a little bit of it in your mouth, swish it around for 20 minutes. Yeah. All right, so we're going to do Wim Hof breathing. This activates the deep inner survival part of the brain that normally has been agitated to a point where it's creating a lot of stress and anxiety. And so by doing what we're doing is we're actually getting it to go to a peak extreme and then relax. So we're going to 40 breaths, deep breaths, full exhale after the last breath, and we go to essentially death. And we hold that for as long as we can. And that stressor resets the brain, because what we then do after that long hold of no air is we take a deep breath and hold it for 15 seconds, and that's the reboot, right? Brilliant. It's brilliant. Yoga scientists are brilliant. We're creating a stimulus in the brain to reactivate it, to get it jarred back into being at its base level, natural level, by jarring it. Yeah? So, all right, so here's what we do. 40 cycles of 40. We start off with a full exhale, and we go all the way to the bottom. Just follow with me. Just go ahead and just do what I'm doing. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Start breathing. 40 breaths. Kind of an intense inhale, serene exhale. Intense inhale, serene exhale. 40 times. If you have the Wim Hof app, you can measure or time the retention. So I have it on hand, and bring it with you every morning on your phone. Get ready to open it up. All right, focus on the breath. That's 10. That's 20. That's 30. Five more. Get ready to push your timer. Exhale completely all the way down to 0. Hold. Inhale. Hold. Feel all the toxins coming out when you breathe out on that, right? Beautiful, right? And it's really reactivating the brain, that part of the brain that has been dormant, has been thrown into freeze due to the agitation. And it gives us the ability to tap into the deeper, powerful part of the brain, which is actually controllable through breath and through focused intention. As we're learning that the body is actually these unknown portions of the brain that we have kind of lost in society are actually available to us to control with our thoughts and our intentions. Just like the nose and the sinuses, we can control the flow of breath in our sinuses with our conscious control. We can control these other parts of our body, slow down our hearts, all sorts of things. We can tap into that through this breath and different breathing techniques. So we're going to get ready to do the second round of 40 breaths, and we're going to start with a full exhale and go completely down to 0. Deep breaths. Serene exhale. Put your energy into it. Feel the energy on the breath. It's not just in the oxygen. There's an energy on the breath called chi. And we're bringing that into our body, storing it here. Keep doing the deep breath. You're doing great. That's it. Feel it invigorating the body. Feel it all over. Feel it in the back. Feel it in the arms. Feel it in the crown of the head. We're at 30, 10 more. Really focus now. Last 5. Get ready to push your timer. Get ready to full exhale. All right, full exhale. All the way to 0. Timer. Inhale, hold. This practice with us this morning is our doorway into these more just beautiful realms that are actually around us at all times. It's letting go of the agitation of our minds, coming back into the moment, being present, living in our hearts. This is why we do this. This is why we do it. All right. All right, here we go. Ready? So we're going to do our third round. And we're going to start with a full exhale. And just have fun with it. Right, here we go. Full exhale. Inhale. 20 in. 30 in. 35. Get ready to push your timer. Full exhale. Full exhale down to 0. Push your timer at the bottom. Inhale. Hold. So powerful, right? Very powerful. Going to full exhale, full present moment awareness, and then bring the breath back in. We're alive. This is who we really are. This is our power, right? Sound effects and all. All right, here we go. Fourth round. At the end of the fourth round, while we're doing the breath, hold at the bottom. As many push-ups as we can. I like to do really slow push-ups. The most effective push-up is the slow one, according to research in the 70s with Ed Corney at Colorado State. One of my sources. So if you want to check out that research. So I do it super slow. You can join me in the slow, or you can do whatever pace you like. It's at the full retention at the bottom. Do as many as you can, and then inhale. And that'll be the end of our deep breathing for the morning. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Start with a full exhale. Breathe in deeply. Serene exhale. Deep inhale. Serene exhale. Deep inhale. Serene exhale. Follow me. Keep going. Feels so good. That's 10. That's 20. That's 30. Get into push-up position. Three, two, one. Full exhale. Start your timer. Full inhale. I love spending mornings with you. Thank you for joining. Oh, such a blessing. Let's enjoy this day and move forward with intensity in our intention and modesty in our minds and hearts.
Bless you, bless this day. If you'd like to join Cinnamon and me, come join back in about 10-15 minutes. We'll be on the link that you can get to through gasm.tv and a link in the upper right corner for chat pay. And we'll see you there.